Imagine this. You're standing on the threshold of something big. A crucial moment. But you don't take a step forward. Your mind freezes. The inner voice that was supposed to push you suddenly becomes your executioner. He whispers, "You're not good enough. They'll reject you." You think it's your habit or your destiny. You think it's an outside source of insecurity. It's not true. Everything you know about self-assertion and attraction is a lie. It's a beautiful facade that hides your true power. Today, we will reveal 3 dark truths that are currently killing your confidence and potential. We're talking about what goes on in the depths of your brain, the dark mechanics of thought that no one wants to discuss. The myth we are destroying: confidence is an external achievement. You believe that you will become confident when you get a new job, a new figure, or a new relationship. This is a trap. The truth is that your insecurity is not a lack of something. This is an overabundance of incorrect mental processes. You are voluntarily giving up your power. Stop it. Dark truth number 1, you live in the frame of alien value. Imagine that every person has their own invisible value frame, a set of unspoken rules that determine who's in charge. Most people, and you're probably one of them, constantly try to fit into someone else's frame. Example, you are in communication. You apologize for your emotions. You carefully choose your words so as not to cause negativity in the other person. You think it's a courtesy. In reality, you're implicitly saying, your peace of mind is more important than my authenticity. You are more valuable than I am. This instantly reduces your attractiveness and confidence in the eyes of another person. Your mind registers, I am secondary. You can't be sure as long as your psychology is based on waiting for approval. Solution: grab the frame. Express your worth not with words, but with your state. Your boundaries are your frame. Don't let them break it. Dark truth number 1, you constantly give your value frame to others. History: Kirill's trap. Imagine Kirill. He is a talented marketer, but there is always a subtle but destructive acquiescence in his communication. Recently, he presented his most ambitious project, a plan that he invested weeks of his personal time in.
If we handle it carefully, this model could revolutionize the entire structure. I truly believe in its light.
The senior manager, Alexander, a man with a loud voice and a careless manner, quickly interrupted him. Kirill, this is too soft. You're not a real player, you're a seller of air. Redo it. In the fight or flight style.
Kirill.
At this point, Kirill's mind didn't defend itself. He didn't say, Alexander, I understand your style, but my approach is based on data. Instead, he felt a sharp pang of inadequacy. His emotions took over. He immediately began to apologize. Yes, of course, I understand. I'm sorry if it seemed soft. I'll review it today. On the surface, Kirill is a responsible employee. But what did he implicitly tell Alexander? Your judgment determines my value, and your frame is my reality. He surrendered his power in exchange for a fleeting avoidance of conflict. The more he did this, the less confidence he had in his own thinking. His habit was to give up his position. This is not about marketing. It is about your willingness to protect your inner space. Dark truth number 2, we cultivate avoiding intimacy as a defense mechanism. Your insecurity is not afraid of failure. It is afraid of intimacy. Real intimacy. Deep down, you know that if you allow someone to see the real you, with all your emotions, fears, and ambitions, you will become vulnerable to pain. This is especially true in relationships. You begin to self-sabotage. You find a reason to fight. You disappear. You create distance. Why? Because your brain believes that it's better for you to controllably hurt yourself, sabotage the relationship, than for them to do it uncontrollably. This is a dark habit of avoiding power, which comes only through taking risks. You say you want love. But your subconscious says, love equals pain. And you break the chain to stay safe. But there's no certainty in this safety. There's only a cold void. Dark truth number 2, we use idealized avoidance as a way to avoid depth. History, Elena's perfect defect. Let's take Elena. She is a person with a deep, hidden desire for intimacy and relationships. However, whenever she approaches a genuine, imperfect connection, her defense mechanism kicks in. She met Mark. For the first time, communication was effortless and genuine. They went through the first, second, and third stages of attraction without drama. He was almost perfect. It was almost that triggered the alarm in her brain. He wasn't broken enough for her to save him, but he wasn't perfect enough for her to worship him either. He was just real. Elena began to panic. Her mind didn't want to risk real pain. It was easier for her to survive a controlled breakup than an uncontrolled loss. And so, in the 4th week, she found a fatal defect. Mark casually mentioned that he doesn't like spicy food. Elena, who has always considered herself an extreme gourmet, has blown this fact into a disaster. She convinced herself, he's boring. It doesn't match my energy. We have no future. She provoked an argument and fled, feeling secretly victorious because she controlled the end. Her thinking convinced her that she, intelligently, avoided future disappointment. But the truth is that she, brilliantly, sabotaged potential happiness to avoid the power of vulnerability. Dark truth number 3, your moral capital is your trap. You believe that the better, kinder, or more right thing you do, the more moral capital you accumulate. And this capital, you think, should guarantee you success, relationships, and respect. When you don't get what you want, you feel betrayed. I did everything right. Why did I lose? This is the mindset of a victim. This is a quiet, hidden anger. You are using your rightness as a lever to manipulate the universe. You are not confident in your power, you are confident in being paid for your good behavior. Your confidence should come from being, not from doing. A confident person does not demand respect, because they do not trade in it. They simply radiate it. You do not have to be good in order to be worthy. Your dignity is not up for discussion. Dark truth number 3, your contract of the righteous is your hidden weakness. History, Maria's grudge. Meet Maria. Maria is the epitome of sacrifice and virtue. She is always the first to offer help, take on the most difficult tasks, and never asks for favors. She believes that the more she invests her time and emotions in relationships and work, the more she deserves happiness and success. This is her contract of the righteous. Her friend, who has always been more self-centered and set her boundaries higher, suddenly gets a promotion. At that moment, Maria's mind exploded with invisible anger. Her confidence collapsed. How so? I, who was always on the side of others, who gave so much. Why? And this one, she wasn't even trying to be good. Maria felt betrayed. She did not realize that her kindness was not a pure act of giving, but a hidden investment with an expected return. She used her virtue as a lever to manipulate reality. She believed that her merits should have forced the universe to pay her with success. But life doesn't trade. And when her contract was broken, Maria didn't gain the power of reevaluation. She only gained a bitter, dark resentment that continued to corrode her. Her mindset is based not on the power of self-worth, but on the weakness of expecting payment. Stop playing by this contract. How to get out of it? Recognize. These 3 truths are not about bad people. It is about the mechanics of the mind. From frustration we move to awareness. You can no longer hide behind habits that destroy your power. Start with communication. Say what you think, not what you should say. Even if it is uncomfortable. Accept vulnerability. This is not a weakness. This is absolute self-trust, regardless of the external outcome. Your strength has always been within you. It did not require approval, moral capital, or external success. It was waiting for you to stop sabotaging yourself. You are the protagonist of this story. Your confidence is your only currency. Defeating your mind is the key to liberation. Now you know what was killing your strength. The question is, what will you do with it? Change the frame. Change the game. Start now.